Today we're talking about found film, and that can mean a lot of things. Now I'm talking about film that's already been shot. So this might be a roll of film that you shot years ago and then found laying around in a drawer. You don't remember what's on it. Maybe you bought a camera at a thrift store or a flea market and it still has a roll of film inside. Or maybe it's what happened to me. A friend from work found an old camera of his laying around and still had a roll of film inside. He says, "Dave, what do I do with this?" And I said, "Give it to me, I'll figure something out." Now, he did let me know the back of this camera had been opened, so I said, you know what, don't open it again, just leave the whole camera in my mailbox at work. And I picked it up a couple days later, and come to find out it was a pretty nice camera. It was actually an Olympus Stylus Epic Zoom 115. Now, these zooms don't get the love that the fixed lens or prime Stylus Epic gets, but these are really good cameras in their own right. The battery is dead, but luckily there was no corrosion in the battery chambers, so I went ahead and popped in a fresh CR123A battery, and the camera sprang back to life. Now the frame counter on the LCD said 12. I could see through the film window that this was a 24 exposure roll of Giant Eagle film, so I knew that it was about halfway through the roll. So I texted my friend, I said, "Hey, do you want this camera back so you can shoot the rest of this roll, or do you want me to shoot it?" He told me to go ahead and finish the roll, so I did. The next step was to develop the roll. Now, Eric and Vanya over at the All Through a Lens podcast recently talked about how nerve-wracking it can be to develop someone else's film. It's a big responsibility. These are someone else's memories. You don't want to screw it up. I think my buddy Mike was a little nervous too because he had no idea how old this film was or what might be on it. He was worried, and I was hoping there might be some embarrassing college pictures on there. So to lower expectations and set us both at ease, I must have said 5 times, "Hey, the back of the camera was opened. Film could be 20 years old. I'll try and develop it, but it might not be anything that comes out." So I figured, what do we got to lose? I developed it with my Cinesto CS41 kit and then scanned the images with my Epson V550. Let's see what came out. Hey, we got something. You can tell from the court date timestamp that the original images were taken in 2003, so about 17 years ago. Mike said they were taken on a trip to Yellowstone. The color shifts on some of those images reminded me a little bit of vintage postcards. Of course, we got some cool light leaks from the back being opened, and some of the colors on the shots I took were pretty crazy too. Now the next episode of Found Film is going to feature a roll that was left in the camera that I picked up a while back at the thrift store. I want to hear about your experiences with found film too, so leave your stories down in the comments below. That'll do it for today, so until next time, do some good, have some fun, and shoot some film.